So you have started recording or going to start? Hello? Before going to the demo, let us understand us why we are learning SAP. What is the importance? In SAP, which module we should learn? In SAP, there are a lot of modules. Out of lot of modules, we are going to see FI module. Among FI module, there are some modules. So let us see what is the importance of FI module. So let us understand, to understand this, let us go back some period back. Before, where the business were running without using any software, like Tata, Birla and so on peoples, they used to run the business successfully without any software, without any computer, without any program. And nowadays we are using so many softwares and ERP system. So what is the difference between those days and nowadays? So the major difference is the time factor. Second reason is integration part. So before, for everything, it used to take long times. We used to send letters, we used to send fax, we used to wait for the reply, then we need to process. So this was time consuming process, and we cannot monitor what is our progress, where we have reached, to which department our file have moved. So during those days, every file has to move manually from table to table. So all this is gone with the evolution of computers. So on computers, the file transfer is taking place very fast. So this is the speed have came in the business activities. Okay. So we know that the difference between without computers and with computers. Even without computers, the people used to do business successfully. Now also we are doing business successfully. So after the evolution of computers, before we used to have one desktop, one man sitting. So all the data was stored on his desktop. So if anything happens, the company used to lose the data. So again they have to start from this scratch. So this is again the second factor. And this information is sitting with only one man who is handling the computers. And in those days, even 10 to 15 years back, the people will not allow easy to use computers, because they were not educated. They don't know what happens if something goes wrong, because that time before 10 to 15 years back, one desktop used cost around 50 to 60,000 like this. So one man, one system was a concept. Now after the evolutions of so many networking systems, blah blah blah, so we have got the internet connections, so intra-connection, internet connection. So now what the people have done, they have stored the data in one place, within a company, and people used to connect through that system. So that was the concept of working as intranet. So all these are the factors that now we are using a huge software, costliest software in the world, and this software is used by all top MNCs. So let us go through one by one. So at least now you are aware of why we are using system. And till packages we used to have one unit, one system. Nowadays we are storing the data at one place and working throughout the world. So this is the evolution of computer system. So even computer system, the people used to have many software, independent software like Tally, Wings, Oracle, BAN, small softwares which were not popularized at that time. So small persons, small organizations go for small packages, big organizations, big people go with big software. So then why we got ERP? What is the concept behind ERP? So the major factor behind ERP is of enterprise resource planning. So before, one man is doing everything, nobody other knows. But since the evolution of ERP, the management have worked on such a way that they have gone to in-depth root of each and every department and they got the requirements. What is a requirement for a particular department? What is requirement for other department? Like so on, they have done a lot of research to develop this system. So basically this system stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So enterprise means a company and organizations, and organizations which is having the resources like men, material, management, market, and then so when I'm having an organization, so I cannot alone do a business. So I need resources, the top management. So I have to select the best management, best resources, human resources. And those people when come together, then we have chit chat and we plan for the best profitable resources, profitable business solutions. I'm sure that no business would love to go for lost business. So this is the evolution of ERP concept. Bring everybody to a single table to discuss the things and to come out with positive attitudes. Get all the department concerns and get everyone okay with this planning. So then only any business will run successfully. Like olden days, everybody has a bureaucrat policy. Whatever I said is right. But this evolution of ERP has scattered all those systems. So whatever you are having information, you need to just feed into the system. So that information is shared by n number of departments. It moves all across your company borders. So this is about ERP story. So now I have resources, I have organizations, I have a resources, I have a planning. So when this come together, our organizations will work successfully. So like a group term, if one man want to do a business, it may not be successful for a long time. Maybe for small businesses it is okay. One man show will also have a good business, but not for longer life. It may fall at any time. Because if a father dies, what happens? The family goes sick. The family will have no income. If the father doesn't involve his family into his business. So the man gone, the army gone, finished, no incomes. So here that has gone. Now even if one is gone or resigned, the information is still within the company, within the system that can be extracted by any other person. So like this, a person going with clubbing the hands, sharing the information. So this sharing of information in system we call as integration. In system, in SAP system or in any system, the sharing of an information between one module to other module, from one department to other department, it is called as integration. So as we have the sources of integrations, everyone knows what is happening in the company. I mean the top management, not a clerk. So clerk activity is only just to input the invoice received or invoice issued. That's all. So the top management at sitting at one point on single click, he gets the report. What is happening? What are the activities happening in which department? So in SAP we are calling as module. So top management will know with a click in which module what activity is going on. So overall is, let us see the entire, okay, the definition of ERP. ERP is a software driven business management system which integrates all facts of the business including planning, manufacturing, sales and marketing. So since the evolution of ERP, this, okay, what is an ERP? It's overall only a software. If software gone, everything is gone. But the data remains. So even you can go for the new data, new software, you can use the same data. But what is the physical? There is no physical quality, physical appearance. It's only a software on a system. It can be stored on your data on your desktop or PC or anywhere, which can be used a number of times. Before, one man, one system, if something happens, everything is gone. So This ERP, after the inception, it is integrating between one department to another department by sharing the information within the company. Next, ERP resources as a business solutions aims to help the management by setting better business practices and equipping them with the right information to take timely decisions. Example, if I have a purchase, I have received a purchase order for manufacturing of 100 laptops. So it's not one man who can say yes, I can supply. So this information has to be shared by all departments like procurement department, human resource department, production department, manufacturing department, finance department. So if all the people said yes, go ahead, we can do this process, we can deliver this material, the product, then the people start manufacturing. Suppose if what happens if this information is not shared? If manufacturing people say I have no material, then how I can process? If this information is not shared by human resource, so they say I don't know about this project, so I don't have enough manpower, engineers, so I am not responsible. Then if this information is not shared by finance, then when we come for certain payment, the finance people will left down. I am not aware of this project. Please don't ask me. If you have told me earlier, I would have arranged the funds. So like this, no one will be responsible. So with the help of ERP, this information is fed into the system that we have received so and so purchase order for supplying of 100 laptops or computers, whatever it is, the product. So have your suggestions, have your approvals, or have your comments. So that it is the responsibility of each and every department to comment on that request, because tomorrow some department is not given the approval or given the comment, then the management can go and ask to particular department. So every department make sure that they have seen the request, they have forwarded to the next process. So this is the beauty of getting ERP, that is sharing of information between one to other department. And based on this information, the management will take the decision whether to accept the purchase order or not. If they cannot able to produce within the time limit, maybe they are having the bulk material supply or may have some other products in line, so maybe they take the decision. If they can delay the process, they ask the customer to wait, or they'll say no, we cannot do, whatever the reason. So this will improve not only our business, it will also give a good reputation to our customers. So the customer feels good that since the people are good in the business but they don't have the time for manufacturing this, so they have given a timely response. At least we can find the time to go for other competitor. So this is a goodwill comes into the market. Or if they have the time, they will manufacture, they will agree and move for further steps. So in this way, every department has to share their information for a particular product. Okay, so this is all about ERP. So we have discussed about ERP, the benefits and the integrations, everything. Now we are having some other products like SAP, Oracle, BAN, PeopleSoft, Tally, etc. So SAP is one of them. Oracle is the other one, is running good with the financial activities. BAN for manufacturing concerns. PeopleSoft is working good with human resource. Tally is working good with financial accounting. So if you see these activities, each individual project is working good with one concern, with one department. But SAP has integration with all the departments. That's why this is number one in the market. That's why the people are opting for SAP, because it has high quality of integrations and it is very tightly integrated with one to other. Whereas Oracle is working right now, it's good with financials, but it has some weak points and some areas are not covering with other departments. Like BAN is good in manufacturing, but it has limitations with other departments. PeopleSoft is all very good in human resource software, but it lacks some other side. Tally is very good with financials for small concerns, but it doesn't have other departments. Now Tally also coming with human resource like this. So overall the story is SAP is in the market because of its high integration. Even though the cost is high, but they are getting the solutions from all the departments from all over the world within same time. So why we need to go for SAP? So we know that SAP is having integration, but why SAP? Why not other? So this is the reason that SAP is most popular because of its integrated property and no data duplication. So once you enter the data in a one system, it is shared by all departments. And what is data? What is a SAP? SAP stands for. So SAP stands for Systems Applications Product in Data Processing. So not only SAP, all the ERP work on the same concept of data processing. So even SAP is using the Oracle as a backend, so it is taking the information and storing the information in tables which are being did by query by using Oracle query. Then we are getting the result. So this is also called as query based language. So here also we do have programming language, but programming language is done by other peoples. So we are concerned about the functional aspect. So we are learning about FICO. So let us see who are the founders of SAP. So this original software is developed by German company, by German peoples in Germany, and it was started in 1972 by 5 IBM employees. So they have came out of IBM to have some better software. So what is SAP? SAP is only basic, it is a software. So they came out for research. So they want to have a better solution software, ERP software. So these 5 people have went to each and every business organization from small to big. They have gathered the information from small to high end, from last man to the first man or first man to the last man, getting each and every information. So they are processed in such a way that each and every organization, maybe small company or big company, SAP will give us the solution how to run their business. This is the power of SAP they are having. So before we used to go for consultant and ask how we need to do the business, chartered accountants, like so many consultants. But SAP is such a strong in its basic formation. It will give us how the company has to run its business. So that is the power. That's why the people are going towards SAP. Next, so reasons for SAP is it is leading global provider of client server business software solution. So this is giving the benefit of or service of client server relationship. So we are at one point, server will be at one point. So now I am chatting with you or discussing with you at my place and you are listening on your side. So the interaction between is some software. So in a similar way, before people used to have one PC, one desktop, the data on the same system. If anything happened, the data gone, the data lost, corrupted, something happened. Because of those difficulties, they have built the relation of server, keeping the data in separate system than application in one system. So this is called as client server relationship. Next, rank one vendor of standard business application software with a worldwide market share of 60%. Even if the percentage is gone more, because of seeing the successful rate of SAP, even the people are using other ERP software, they are turning towards SAP because of its popularity and because of its multi-uses. So we will see one by one. And this is the first largest independent software supplied in the world. Even our Indian government is using SAP software in the government department. So that is a powerful country like India. It has using SAP software. Chinese, even they don't know about English, still they are using SAP. But SAP is also available in Chinese language. So you see it next screen. So the reasons are SAP is available in multi languages. So multi language means you name that big country, it will be in that language. Means Russian language, German language, Chinese language, Eastern language, Arabic language. So just you name the country, it will be in that language. And now this is mostly used in top US corporations or companies, not only in US, all over the world. So just take an example, the big organization, you will find it there. So we have more than around 1 lakh customers nowadays in over 120 countries. So why it is being so popularized? What are the reasons? Why SAP? Everybody is talking about SAP. So there are some of the reasons are integration. So as discussed, integration means sharing information from one department to other department. Getting the information from one department to other department. So no transaction is hidden. Everything is being followed up. It can be know the process, what is the progress on that system, where is my request, how it has reached, to which department is this, like so on. So we can know from bit to byte the information. Next, it is being accessed by global basis. So wherever you are in the world, you can access your own system through networking. Then SAP works on faster speed. So you can work on the same system or you work on any corner of the world. It has the same access speed. Next popularity is flexibility for changes. So SAP can easily for changes. So somebody is using any parent software or old software like Oracle, Tally, Wings, Focus, any software. So it is easy to convert into SAP system. So we can easily transfer the data as of what feeded, or we can take the data as of the last audited financial report. Then we can transfer the data, then we can upload the data, then we can start making new transactions. So this is flexible for change. Suppose even if you don't want to use SAP, no problem, you can switch to your own older versions or out of SAP. There's no problem. Because maybe cost is high, maintenance is also high, so maybe the company may not be efforting. So it has no problem, you can shift from SAP to other system, no problem. That are easy transferable. As I said, this SAP is available in all the world countries. So in their languages, in their local languages and in local currency. Example, in India we have Indian rupees currency, in Sri Lanka they have Indian rupees, in Pakistan, Pakistani rupees, Chinese, in Chinese currency, Japan, Japanese currency, Russia, Russian currency. So Middle East currency like Saudi Arabia, Saudi Riyal, Dubai, dirhams, like so on. So the basic reasons are multi-language and multi-currency. Not only this, SAP provides support 24/7. This is also one of the reasons why they are being popularized. They get the immediate solution within no time. So this is why these are the reasons why people are going for SAP. So before one man, one system, then inter-company system. Now this is being evaluated to entire system. So your users, you, me and ABC are the users sitting at one point. We are passing the instructions to the database through a language which is called as ABAP language. So ABAP, like any other programming language, this is also an ABAP programming language which is used to communicate between users and database. So this process called as RTI system. R3 means real time application. So all the users sitting at any corner of the world, they are passing the instructions from English language to the programming. The programming language converts the user language to machine coded language, and then the data being processed. Again, the data BMS is going to transfer the machine coded language to ABAP programming. So ABAP programming again converts to human language. So this whole process called entire system. So this was the concept where the people are using in olden days. So the same thing is happening with entire system. Now the speed has increased, the applications have been increased. So now we are working with entire system. So these are the examples. SAP R3 is integrated software solution for client, server and distributed open system. So open system means you can access the server from any corner of the world, no restrictions. No, you are only India, you have to work from India. No, it is open to all corner of world. And this is the world most used standard business software for client server computing. Then R3 meets the need for a customer from a small companies to multi-billion-dollar company. So everybody is using this SAP because of its functionality and its support system. Now let us see what are the departments, what are the modules in SAP. So SAP is not only one department module, it has n number of modules like marketing, manufacturing, sales, procurement, accounts payable, sales and distributions, account receivable, assets. So these are the various modules available in SAP. In other ERP also we have these modules, but in something is there, in something is missing. But in SAP all modules are integrated. So integrated again is communicating between one module to another module, like you see the figure. So this is the reason why the people are going towards ERP. In ERP again, which one? Which module? We have to go for which module? So in ERP, in SAP, the mother of all module is FI module. Again I am repeating, in SAP the mother of all module is FI module, that is finance module. If no finance is available, no department can work independent. No department can work independent. But FI module alone can survive in the company. This is the beauty of FI module. Even if there is no material management persons are there, still FI people work. If there is no SD people, still FI work. If there is no logistics, still FI people, like this. So the mother of all module is FI finance. So that is why we are here to learn FI. So here MM module means in SAP we are calling as modules. In normal life we call as departments. Material department, sales and distribution department, logistics department, production department, human resource department, like so on. So in SAP we are calling as material management module, sales and distribution module, logistic module, production module, HR module, like this. So even in FI now I am filtering from ERP. From ERP n number of products. From n number of products I have picked SAP. In SAP we have different modules. Out of SAP we are talking about FI. Even in FI there is again filtration, there is again more importance with other module, with GL. So now we can call GL is mother of all FI modules. So in FI modules we have separate module as AP module, AR module, asset module and controlling module. So AP stands for accounts payable module, which is a separate module with like separate department. AR is like account receivable department, it is a separate department, but it is a sub department, sub module. So AP is also like a sub module, sub department. Likewise we are having asset department, asset module as a separate module, and controlling module or controlling department. So why we have separated? Why SAP have separated this module is not included in main system? The reasons are our directors, board of directors, our auditors, they want to see the audit report with 1 page or 2 page maximum. The final accounts in 1 page or 2 page maximum. If I keep on adding to the balance sheet my customers payable, vendors payable, and then assets record, so it will going to increase the volume of balance sheet. Maybe 10 pages, 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages, I don't know. So no management would love to see the financial report with a huge volume. So that's the reason why we are maintaining a separate sub-modules, but we get the final balance in GL. So that is the reason why we are calling GL module as a mother of FI module. So controlling module, here we are going to learn about the how to control the overhead expenditure. That is the concept, that is the filtration where we can work out. So the company is just not spending the money, so they thought that there should be someone who has a stake to control the expenditure. So for that they brought controlling module. So when the controlling module is activated, we have to record the information about business area, activities. Without that, the system will not work forward. So this is the functionality of controlling. Majorly it works on overhead management. How to control the overhead management. Next, as we discussed, there are n number of modules like FI module, controlling module, asset management, PS, WF, IS, human resource, project management, quality module, PP module, MM module, SD module. So all are the interrelated to one another. Same information is distributed on to all other departments. Okay. So let us see, we have talked about FI is a mother of all module and GL is mother of FI module. Fine. But what? But why? Because FI acts as a policeman to all departments' modules. So whenever there is any activity in any department, FI people will come to know automatically because of integration. And no module or end user can work without the help of finance module. Just now I said, even there is no MM material management, still FI people work. If there is no SD module, still in physically the departments will be there. But I am talking about in sense of SAP module, even if there is no MM, still FI work. If there is no SD, still FI work. If there is no HR, still FI work. So FI can alone survive in the company, but no other module can survive without the help of finance. So next, until the financial people approve the payment, no transactions can be complete. So this is how every transactions will come to will be noted in finance, will be recorded in finance module. Why? Because everything will relate to financial reporting. If you are doing any activity and if it is not related to finance, then we are not least bothered. But when we cross check, suppose let us take the warehouse management. If warehouse people said, why I need to report to finance people? Fine, no problem. But at the time of inventory, at the time of auditing, when we cross-check the ledgers, warehouse ledgers to the financial record, then there will be huge difference. So huge difference may be good or plus or minus. If it is plus, fine, no problem. So means you have not recorded some of the information. If it is minus, means you have done some cheating. So that is the reason why every aspect, every transaction has to be recorded to finance, so that they should be matching the books. The number of quantity should match with the number of quantity recorded in finance. Suppose my finance book is showing 100 quantity, and if I physically verify in warehouse, it may be 50, it may be 1 or 10. So means some information is not recorded in finance, which may not result for a good financial report. Maybe a loss, maybe, or maybe gain. If it is loss, you are recording more losses because you are not recording the proper inventory. like this. And the payment cannot made until it hits the financial ledger. So whenever you are doing any sales activities or purchase activities or anything, it will hit to the financial ledger in SAP. So likewise we have discussed importance of finance module. All the departments need to report the finance department for the ongoing activities or ongoing processes, because suppose when we come for the payment and if we have not given information, then the finance department will left their hands. They will tell us we don't have this information, so we don't have funds. So then what we will do? So this is the reason everything has to be prior informed to the finance department. So if finance department says on some project to go ahead, then we can go, because it deals upon the project financing. If they don't have finance, then they will not support your project, or the management will try to get the sources of from various activities. So this is the management issue, but at least the people will be aware that we have got a project. So we need to set up our activities, we need to chase for getting the funds. So this is how the people are going to react and going to work forward. So again, coming to finance department allows discount on the sales side distribution. So it is the management who has to decide. So the management will pass the information to finance to give the discount, yes or no. Like SAP system, the system will not accept the entry until it matches the same figure. Example, you have entered an invoice of vendor invoice for $100. So you have to make an entry for $100 only. You cannot increase 1 cent or you cannot decrease 1 cent until it is directed by the manager. So this is how the system is going to control. Next, all modules are integrated with finance module, as we have seen. So sharing the information with one department to another department for improving the business activities without getting failure. So till now we are just discussing the integration. So let us see a live example. Suppose I have just joined the company, I want to have a laptop. So can I go and tell to the finance people, give me money, I want to purchase a laptop? No, I cannot. If I move to finance manager, then he will call me, then he will ask me, my dear, this is a company, there are certain procedures to be followed. Of course, you are new to the company, we have to give you laptop, but please follow the formal procedure. So then the finance manager will direct to the procurement department. Okay, what is procurement department? Anything you are purchasing through purchase order, that process will be done by procurement department or material management. So 95% of the business purchases, or more than 95% of business purchases are done by procurement department, that is material management. If there is no purchase order, then it can be directly done through cash. But even that entry has to be recorded in module. So the manager will send to me to the purchase department. So I am going to meet to the purchase manager. Again, I am going to discuss him. Then the purchase manager will ask me, sir, please fill a purchase requisition form. So I need to fill the first purchase requisition form. Then I need to submit to the manager or to his department, then I can leave. Then the procurement department or procurement manager will see your requirement. Then he will direct to his team members to send the quotation list from the different vendors as per the specification mentioned by the user. So then they are going to get the quotation. So after getting the quotations, they are going to sort out which is the best seller with the best competitive price. So once the selection is done and approved by the management, then the procurement department will going to issue a purchase order. So then purchase order received by the vendor, then they are going to issue a goods, that is a laptop. So this laptop will be received by the procurement department or warehouse team management, warehouse team department. Then they are going to issue to the concerned person. So after receiving the goods, they are going to supply along with invoice. So the invoice will be submitted along with the delivery note to finance department. So now the finance department, they are going to send back the information to the procurement department to cross check whether this is right or wrong. Whether maybe somebody have played with the system like this. Have we really received the goods or not? So when everything is confirmed, then they go for payment. So as you see the diagram, the material management have the limited options until the goods received. So they are only able to play at these stages. So after the end of the material management, the finance people start functioning. So this is the power of finance department, the finance module. So that is the reason why finance people are being highly demandable in the market and highly rewarding in the market. There are a lot of scarcity in the market for finance people. But I am not telling about the other, even other departments also have equal importance, but over to them is FI. And don't consider that other departments are weak or less, no. Every department are independent up to a certain limit. When the finance matter comes, then FI is strong. So that's the reason why I have said FI is mother of all departments. In similar fashion for the sales order. So we have to first check for customer purchase order. Then we have to see our warehouse. Do we have enough material? If not, then we need to order to the procurement department to get the material, then manufacturing department for manufacture. Then everything is done, then it has to go for delivery. So once the delivery is done, the responsibility of SD, sales and distribution is over. Then start with the financial department. So for customer billing and getting the payment. So if our customer is delaying the payment, then the finance department have the right to stop his next order. If there is over credit limit, then finance department can hold this supply. So this is the reason why we are learning FI. Okay. Now you have know about ERP. You have learned ERP. Now you became master in ERP. So once you have done the course, so what projects are where you can work. So after doing your course, you have to go for good practice. So once you have done a good practice, then you can go for 5 stages of working or 5 projects where you can work. So I am calling as stages or a project because you cannot directly jump to the implementation project because nobody is going to give you the direct implementation job. So you need to first start from supporting the seniors. So that is the first step where you are going to start. So because if I give you the brand new car and you have just learned the car, so do you think I am going to hand over the brand new car to you? No. Because you have to first learn the system slow, then only I am going to leave you independent to drive my branded new car. And that branded is very expensive. So I cannot take a risk. Maybe you hit the car or maybe somebody hit you. Maybe you don't have fault. You are not in fault, but somebody will hit from the backside. So at that time I will be the loser. So seeing all this, we first give the training from small lanes. Then we allow him to go on a main street. Similar fashion, we can start working with the seniors consultants as a support project team. So once we are support means helping for the issues, small issues. So there will not be much burden on the freshers. Now once we get experience of for 2 to 3 years, then when you think that now I can do independently, I can customize the requirement of the client, then you can go for implementation project. So what do you know implementation project is? So implementation project is to customize the software according to the client requirement. Example, Reliance is a company it wants to implement SAP system in its organization. So first, Reliance will approach to SAP to get the license software on the payment discussions. So a SAP AG company will supply the license software to Reliance company, but it is not workable. It is something like blind. So then Reliance will move to some consulting companies like Microsoft, Deloitte, Capgemini, Genpact, so on. So Reliance is going to ask some consultants who can customize the SAP system according to the requirement of Reliance. So then they are going to come to you and me because we are working as a consultant. So then we have to sit with the customers, with the client. We need to first record what are the informations they are looking for. So according to the information, everything has to be documented. And it doesn't mean everything what client has to require we have to provide. No. There are some exceptions in SAP software too. So that is called as gap analysis. So suppose the client says I want to report like this, then it is not possible because SAP has given some standard reports. But we can go for enhancements. We can customize the reports according to the requirement, but that will be taken additional help by Abacus, the programmers who can customize the report according to the client requirement. But first instance, we have to say no. We will supply you the reports which are available in this standard SAP system. Then the management will sit and discuss, no, this report is not acceptable, blah, 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 blah. Then they are going to bargain on the new price. To implement this report, to get this report, we need additional effort. We need additional manpower, that is additional programmers, consultants. So naturally, for getting the help of this, the cost will increase. That is taken care by support people. So my only intention is to explain you whatever the client said, we need not to accept everything. So all the information, all the requirements have to be documented in a book. So that book is called as blueprint. So if you have seen in construction company, the engineers used to hold the blue paper with printed. So that is called as a blueprint. Whatever is documented in that blueprint, it is only to be followed. Any additional information will not be accepted by engineers or consultants. Of course, we will accept, but the price will change. The price will vary. So if you don't have a such record, such documentation, then the client will play with us. Then the project will, instead of ending 6 months, it will take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, we don't know. So being a consultant, we should first aware of SAP system, what are the reports given by SAP standard solution, then what we can do and what we cannot do. So that is the reason why we have a subject called gap analysis and as is process. So if it is possible, we can say yes, we can do this. If it is not possible, we can say this report is not generated in standard SAP, because they have a license for standard SAP. So whatever in SAP standard, they can get those reports. But if you in real time, if you see the report, that is not acceptable to us or our management. Then rollout project. So this is the third phase where you can work is rollout. So rollout project means now Reliance is having n number of branches all over the world or all over the country. So they can have one licensed software copy, then they can use the same thing in other branches. So they have to do little modifications according to the requirement. So this is called as rollout, copying the same customizations data to other company of the same organization or other unit or other plant or other project. Next, coming to upgrade. So every 3 years or every 1 year, 2 years, SAP is getting some new upgradation in the SAP system. So that has to be enhanced with the software. Still, some people are using the older versions of SAP, that is 5 point something. Now the latest version we are using is 7. EHP is 7. So like this, then we need to transfer the data from older version to new version, and we need to go for upgrading the process. Next, enhancements. So the last project or the last work we can work as a consultant, enhancement, as an enhancement project, where you are going to develop the new report. So that is done by documentation. So that as a consultant, you need to tell the ABAPers, we need this report. For this report, we need to give the information. So that is called as technical information, which is stored from the tables. So writing the technical information is called as functional specifications. So if you are strong in subject, then you should be aware of tables. In SAP, we have around 80,000 tables. SAP, we have 80,000 tables. So being a functional consultant and good in documentation, writing specification documents, we should be aware of maximum tables, where the customer data is stored, where the vendor data is stored, where is the employee data is stored. Like some of the major tables, if you remember them and their internal fields, then it's easy for you to write the functional specs. Functional specs is to return in order to give to ABAP to make the report. It is not FI duty to make the report. FI duty is only to give this functional specification, because ABAP people, they don't understand our English language. They only understand the table names and the table fields. If you say type of project, A project, B project, they will say, we don't understand, we don't hear anything. They cannot hear, they cannot talk, unless until you talk in table language. So in table language means you should be aware of the tables where the data is stored for vendors, the customers, the employee data, like this, so on. And again in tables, you also should remember the fields, name field, ID field, street field, telephone field, vendor number, customer number, vendor invoice, customer invoice, vendor credit memo, customer credit memo, amounts in rupees, in dollars, foreign currency, like so on. So if you become perfect in this document specification, then you will be hacked by any top MNCs. No one can stop you if you are strong in document specifications. Okay. So now we have seen so much. Now what is my growth if I become a SAP consultant? So what is my career path? What is my career growth? How far I am going to reach to the top level? So IT is only the industry which is going to make you power fly and power down. So if you are very good, within no time, within 6 months, you will be able to move to the next step, next increment. That is, first you will starting as a junior consultant. So if you are very good, then you will move to as a senior consultant within no time. Maybe 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 1, 2 years, like this. From senior consultant, then you will keep on jumping. Suppose if you are not upgrading yourself, if you are not promoting your skills, then you will be immediately thrown out. So the way you in, the way you will be out. Like if you heard about TCS, Tata Consulting Service, they hire fast and they fire fast. So that is the link with them. Even Genpact, they hire fast, they fire fast. They hire 100 people, so they fire 25 to 30 people, like this. So if you want to sustain in the IT market, you need to upgrade yourself with a new enhancement, with new modules, with new projects. So this is only an example. So if you are good, you will grow in your career. If you are not good, nobody will keep you. Even you will not keep to your assistant if he is not working according to your standards. You will throw him out. So likewise, we are working for a company. If we are good, the company will retain us. If you don't perform according to the company standards, then tata bye bye. So this is the stages I have shown here. You can move within no time, 1 month stages up, or you can move directly to second step or third step. It depends purely on your performance, your activities, your achievements. your relationship with the client, with the staff, with the team. So remember this is team spirit. One man cannot do all module, all customization. If anybody says I have done everything, then he is lying. So because each module it will take good time to document. First we need to get the documentation, then we need to give training, then customizing, testing, blah blah blah. So this is not a project of one-man army. So it's not a project of one man. It is a project for team members. So every member is very important. So example, AP person will going to only do activities on AP. So he has to study all the requirements of client requirement for AP. So about the customer address, customer vendors, who is domestic customer, who is foreign customers, like so on. He has to keep on research, then he has to customize according to that requirement. In a similar fashion, customers, so domestic customers, foreign customers, employee customer, and affiliated customers, like so on. So each person will be working on his own module, and they will write down everything. They have to prepare their own manuals, user manuals, then they have to go for training, so on process. So this is the work of team members. So if you are good with the team, you will be promoted fast. And never try to be smart. If you are smart, then you will be pulled down by your juniors. So go ahead with the team, then you will work for a longer time. One day you may become the CEOs or CFO of the company. So now you know what is the importance of FI. So once you have done the course, once you get experience, so where you can work, what types of projects you can work, and what is your career growth. Now let us know which companies we can work as a consultant. So you can work in a Microsoft company as a SAP consultant, or IBM company as a SAP consultant, Deloitte as a SAP consultant, Capgemini as a SAP, and so on. So SAP consultants are the persons who are getting the highest salary nowadays. This is the reasons why the most chartered accountants, CA, are turning their career goals in SAP as a SAP consultant. This is only the place where we can get the high salary. And this is the place where we can demand. And this is a place where we can move around the world. So wherever there is a demand, we can go there. So this is only the one place where you can work with your salary dream, with the dream salary and the dream country. It all depends on your efforts and your subject strongness. Or else, the last but not the least, you can work in a company where the people are using SAP as an end user. So this is the last, but still you need to have SAP knowledge even to work on end user. If you know that knowledge, then only you can grab the work, you can extract the work from other people. So here are some salary scales I have taken from the Google, that is pay scale human you have seen. So if you see this slide, you will see the SAP consultant, that is average salary for certification SAP FICO. So they are getting per month 15,43,078. So these are not my figures, it's not created by me. You can go and check on Google. This is Google with this all information. So that was for November, and this is the salary for January. So in January, SAP consultant FI, they are getting 11,75,000 per month. Remember, I am discussing about the salary per month. Even the chartered accountants are not getting this huge salary. So this is the power of FI consultant, that is senior consultants. So this is salary for November, January, December. So I have given some salary information. In November also there was 11,88,428. So why I am showing you, you may be thinking just I am copying. No, I am giving the 3 to 4 months data so that you should open your eyes and feel why we need to learn SAP in SAP FI module. So till now I was trying to construct my building for teaching you SAP on these various facts, and all facts are not hidden, is everything, all information is available in market on sites. So now let us see the job opportunities or job market. So this is as of last month. So this is again, these figures are not given by me, all is copy pasted from Google. So you will finding the attachment for these screenshots. So Google is saying 13,20,000 FICO jobs, then Naukri, then like this. So you may be thinking, oh, just he is joking. No, it's not a joke, it's the reality. See this. This is from Google, FICO jobs, 13,20,000. Likewise, I have pasted, cut copy paste. This is from Naukri portal, SAP FI consultant jobs, 23,118. Again, as consultants in FI, 21,275. Like time jobs, 21,716. So the same figures I have given here. So these are the job market openings in the market. So don't worry about the job. There are plenty of jobs for the right person, not for each and every hick and Perry, hick or ABC. So if you are good in the systems, you are part of this world jobs. If you are not good, then you are not good in even home. Like this, wisdom jobs. So even Deloitte is having 1,10,000 jobs. So all this from Google, you can go and find the number of jobs available. So any questions from your side? So you can mail me, or you can ask the Extreme peoples. They are going to get your questions, get answers from me, and they are going to forward you. So thank you. Take care. Bye.